CSS and React can be approached in a number of different ways. So let's take a look at some of the different options that we have. So first of all, you might already have an existing website which you're integrating React into. And if that's the case, you likely already have an existing build process, an existing CSS way that you like to write your CSS. So if that was the case, then you would just open up your index.html or whatever application has this mounting point that we talked about earlier, and you just stick a link tag in there and you have style.css. Then the CSS in that CSS file is going to be applied to any classes and tags that get rendered out to the page. Another option, and this is often called componentized CSS or inline CSS. And the idea behind this is rather than writing a big CSS file or maybe writing multiple Sass files that compile into one, what people will do is they will import the CSS directly into a component that only relates with that component. So maybe I've got some CSS that applies to my store selector and styles in H2 and styles the button and the input. Then I would just simply import it into this component, and that will sort of tightly couple the CSS with the actual component that gets rendered out. So those are sort of the two options. There's lots of opinions on either side as to which way people like, and I'm not going to really step in there because it's a bit more of an advanced topic, and I will be covering that in my advanced React. So I'm going to show you how to import CSS directly into our index.js file, which is going to get applied to the entire application. Then in a future video, I'm going to show you how to compile some CSS. So if you are looking to use something like Sass or Stylus and you want to apply it to this application, we're going to look at how we do, and that's going to happen in the animation video. So all we really need to do here is I have a style.css file for you, and it's already compiled. Again, we're going to come back to compiling that in a future video. We simply just need to import, and then we need to go into the current folder, and then there's a CSS folder, and inside of that, we have a style.css file. And because we are set up on Create React App, and again, Create React App under the hood will do all of the Webpack config for us. The Webpack config is smart enough to know that this is obviously not a JavaScript file. So what it's going to do is it's going to load in the CSS, stick it into a style tag, and then anytime we make any changes to this CSS, it's going to automatically do that hot reloading thing, or it will change it for us. Now, when we compile it for production and all that, then we are going to kick out a separate .css file, and we'll look at that much later in this course of when we have it. So that's pretty much it. We just import the CSS, then it gets applied, and you can see that this stuff is starting to look a lot better.